Yo, what up with it? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Hoodie. And man, we finally have our hands on the Meta Quest 3. Now, before we get started, I just want to say that I wasn't really the biggest fan of the Quest 2. It didn't really hook me like it did many other VR enthusiasts. To be completely honest, I purchased the Quest 2 on a Friday and then returned it back to Best Buy that following Monday. My number one issue with the Quest 2 was the visual quality. It just wasn't good enough for me personally. Everything was just too blurry. No matter how many adjustments I made, the IPD adjustment only had 3 settings. The pass-through was black and white and super grainy. Text was very hard to read. Everything had a very noticeable screen door effect. And Beat Saber, the number one game that everyone recommended I play, was fun, I must admit, but that only lasts for so long without hearing the music that you actually enjoy on a daily basis. Maybe I would feel a little differently about it if the Quest 2 had come out a few years earlier than when it actually did, back when 4K wasn't the standard, because switching from your living room TV to the Quest 2 was definitely a challenge for me. But overall, the Quest 2 was a cool experience for about 48 hours, and then I was completely over it. So with that being said, I've mostly been observing the VR landscape from the sideline for the past couple years. And now we have the Quest 3, and from the very moment I put this thing on, immediately I noticed the bump in overall visual quality, which was a huge plus for me. Along with the new IPD adjustment wheel that Meta added to this headset, which I believe has a range of between 55 and 70. But with the new pancake lenses, I believe it maxes out around 73. It makes anywhere between 70 and 73 feel comfortable still, because that sweet spot that was in the Meta Quest 2 is no longer a thing in this headset. So instead of just having clarity in the middle, you have a lot more clarity all around your picture. The screen door effect is no longer a thing. You can actually read tiny text now without it looking blurry and out of focus. And no, it's still not at the quality of my living room TV, but it definitely comes a lot closer than the Quest 2 did. So much so that I can actually kick back and enjoy some YouTube videos without feeling the need to revert back to my phone or TV. There's still plenty of room for improvements. If you're someone who passed on the Quest 2 because of the same reasons that I did, then this may be a great purchase for you. But do keep in mind that there aren't a whole lot of apps that take advantage of the Quest 3's new hardware. It's okay for me because I didn't get to experience a lot of these things with the Quest 2. So a lot of things that I'm doing are new experiences in VR and AR for me. Now, if you're someone who has put a lot of hours into the Quest 2 and everything that it has to offer, and you are fine with the visual quality, I would maybe wait a couple months before grabbing the Quest 3, because like I said, there isn't a lot out there specifically created for the Quest 3. So give it some time and let it grow a little bit if you're content with the Quest 2. Now, the color pass-through isn't perfect. It can still be a bit grainy at times and warp when objects get close to the camera, but some of those things can be ironed out with future software updates. I don't think it'll ever get crystal clear because of the hardware limitations, but I do believe they can make the experience a bit better over the course of the Quest 3's lifetime. But don't get me wrong, when you're actually consuming content like YouTube, Netflix, or browsing the web, everything outside of that window goes out of focus anyway, so your brain just kind of ignores the graininess from the real world. So no, it's not crystal clear, but it all kind of works out in the end anyway. So if you're wondering for a bit of a comparison, it is clear enough to grab a drink or eat a snack without having to raise the headset off your head. So, side note, experiencing the Quest 3's pass-through actually has me really excited to try Apple's Vision Pro. At first, when Apple unveiled it, it was kind of hard to imagine using it despite all of the descriptions from YouTubers who got a chance to try it early, calling it magical and the most innovative product from Apple. I was still on the side of VR being the future, but now that I've gotten a taste of what I would call decent mixed reality from Meta, I can see and feel the many benefits that mixed reality has over virtual reality. And the biggest one of all of them is not being closed off from the real world, which I think is a huge turnoff for most people. And I think that aspect of mixed reality will have a lot more people interested in trying it. The headset itself feels comfortable on my face, and the strap actually has a a new wide design that I feel is an improvement over the Quest 2's head strap. I mostly sit back in one spot when I use the Quest, but if you're someone who plays a lot of active games or experiences in VR, then I would recommend getting an aftermarket head strap. The battery life could definitely be a lot better, but like I said, I mostly use it sitting in one spot, so I don't really have a problem with plugging it in while I use it. But if you're someone who plans on getting really active with this thing, I would recommend investing in an external battery head strap. I will be doing a video on the best accessories for the Quest 3, so if that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Overall, I am really impressed with the design of the Quest 3. I've worn it for about 3 hours straight and I didn't feel any sort of neck fatigue. There was one moment when I felt a little pressure on my forehead after a while, but I adjusted it a little bit and loosened the top strap and it felt a lot better. Like I said, if you want even more comfort, I would recommend getting an aftermarket headset, me personally, but you know, feel free to do what you want. I will also be doing a video in the future on the top 10 must-have applications, apps, experiences, and games for the Quest 3, so don't miss out on that either. So just to recap, if you're someone who was happy with the Quest 2 and are still happy with the Quest 2, I wouldn't recommend buying it right now. Maybe wait a couple months, let some new games come out, you know, let the development for it kind of grow a little bit. If you're someone who has never jumped into VR mixed reality, you know, you may want to check it out if you're interested. I think you'll be very entertained and satisfied with this product. I couldn't say the same thing about the Quest 2. I know a lot of people have wider IPDs and they're kind of worried about, will the visual quality be good in this? Will it not? I'm here to tell you, I think it'll be okay. Mine is definitely higher than 70. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's definitely higher than 70. And I don't have a problem with seeing anything in it. So the new pancake lenses are definitely a plus in this headset. The hand tracking in this headset works really good. Sometimes it's a little wonky, but that seems more like software related issues. But you know, the pinch to zoom, pull closer, it's definitely pretty convenient when you don't feel like grabbing a controller or, you know, things like that. Overall, I'm definitely happy with this product. I think that this is the new standard for standalone VR and AR experiences from Meta. This thing comes in at $499 plus tax. So like I said, if you're happy with the Quest 2, maybe wait a little bit. If this is your first time jumping into VR, I think you'll really enjoy it. I also enjoyed the room scanning. Like, that worked really, really well. I didn't expect for it to work so well and be so detailed with the objects that it scanned, and you can actually take it further and add tabletops, sofas, beds, windows, and adjust walls and things like that to, you know, make your mixed reality experience even more detailed than it already is. So this is only the beginning of the Quest 3. You know, we're at the beginning of its lifetime, so I'm sure over the next year or two we're gonna see a lot more content specifically made for this headset, so you're not missing out on a whole lot right now. I think Meta did a really great job with this headset, and I'm really excited for the future generations of this device. And I believe coming next year and over the course of the next couple years, we're gonna see a lot more companies getting to mixed reality and virtual reality, with a lot more applications getting involved and a lot more developers. But if you enjoyed this video and you want more VR and AR related content in the future, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for your boy. And until next time, man, peace.